Bank Stadium in Baltimore,
Get
Maryland.
that 7-1.
It's week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Wonderful buy. It was real nice. See you guys at halftime. Let's get it.
We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback in his 10th season overall now, and 4th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
First down throw for Cousins. And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. Time to see this wide open offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one, Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And for Kirk Cousins, who came into the league as a backup to RG3, they were drafted the same year in Washington in 2012. Then he got a starting job. He's been pretty consistent. And on that last throw, Kirk Cousins just went over 30,000 yards in his career. Congratulations, Kirk. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action. Cousins airing it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense back out there. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss get us off your back. You can move forward from there.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think the teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. Remember, they got the open week already, so this could be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about. Open man Watkins, touchdown Baltimore. Sammy Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You got a lot to handle in this one.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Cousins gives way to Cook, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
These two teams all tied after one. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Here's Johnson with a reception. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw is Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing is Cousins. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Back to the ground, Cook. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have...
Touchdown, Vikings! Irv Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard. Again, Jackson will keep it. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And a dangerous throw there. Incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Give him 8 yards that time on the land. Now 4th down. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On second down, it's Edwards. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire and toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taking on the midfield logo. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now Sammy Watkins and the rest of the offense getting set to go again. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL. We are officially into the second half of the season. Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, and it's the Browns who are out on top. Baker Mayfield with a touchdown pass. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And you can see they trail Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Josh Allen with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Calvin Ridley, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching, it's been Kirk Cousins with a hot hand in the first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now we see Sammy Watkins getting ready to go again on offense. And we see the Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the Charles for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Forced out to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Jackson on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Dobbins. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. That is Tomlinson, who is down. Boy, not what they want to see. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On second down now. Dobbins, he'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Dobbins, touchdown, Baltimore.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Yeah, they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They run it again with Cook. Able to avoid him at the 40. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Cousins now from the 50. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. This is taken around the 12. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And the football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. He's looking sharp here so far in the 3rd quarter, Charles.
It appears that the halftime gave him a little bounce. You know, came out, spring in his legs, a little pep in his step, and he's taken off and running really well in the 3rd quarter.
Sometimes we talk about how guys don't want halftime to come, and some guys, they're happy when that break gets there.
You never know which way it's going to go. He's taking advantage of it in this one, though.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A good grab by the Clemson native there, Sammy Watkins, Charles.
And he doesn't have every measurable that you look for in a receiver, but you can't deny the production. I mean, this guy knows how to get the football. He knows how to make tough catches, no matter how tightly covered.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now Dobbins. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now a handoff for Dobbins. Oh, a good move at the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the game on the season, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. But that makes this a two-score ball game, and you know the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. His guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. First down, here's Cousins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. 7 yards, the pickup there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Oh, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 121 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here's Sam Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So Cousins and the Vikings down 24-14, 2:15 remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Fighting to stay upright. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Cousins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and a sin. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run once more with Edwards. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Cousins on first down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To the air again, it's Cousins. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Edwards. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. That one goes for 8 yards. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one
Very nice.
are thinking to themselves, I bet
Couple
halftime
picks,
was
couple
really
interceptions,
interesting.
couple touchdowns.
Probably took the paint off the walls with
6
some of the words
7
that
and
were
1.
said.
Good deal.
But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw
Very nice.
that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Ravens, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And they
on
will
the
hit the
next
road next week
one.
to take on the
Yeah.
Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.